Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is kind of going to be like an update video. A few videos back, and I will try and remember to link it below, I made a video and it was about my son who has a couple different medical diagnoses and starting in high school, and my fears as a mom, how he was going to be, and things of that nature. So we have now been in school for a little over a month, about 5 weeks now. And so I wanted to give a little update as to how he is doing. We did have a med change in the beginning of the year, and we actually lowered one of his medications, and that has actually turned out great. As we are seeing with the decrease, his issues and behaviors are not flaring up and are not causing problems, so we are now on the edge of a decision of maybe that wasn't the right diagnosis. It's not a diagnosis that can be outgrown, I guess you would say. It's either you have it or you don't, and so we're kind of leaning towards he was showing signs that it could have been this, but it probably isn't. So probably in the next 3 weeks here or so, we will have completely phased out that medication. It's been a slow process. We drop it a dosage, and then we drop it a little more, and we're weaning off of him. So if we were going to see any behaviors or anything like that out of this, it would have already occurred, and they're not. So we're sticking in the right path. So that is great. So eventually he should be down to only taking 2 medications a day, and that would be in the morning before he goes to school. The high school life for him, I guess he's slowly kind of adjusting. Welcome back. Had to fix my camera. So, hopefully this is better. Now, as I was saying, he has found 1 or 2 kids that he has really found himself drawn to. And at first I was really excited. I'm like, oh, you're making new friends. And now I've decided that he has found the children in the school that aren't necessarily the greatest influences on him. One child in particular, he only sees during lunch, and that is enough time for them to get into trouble. And the other child, he actually has in at least one of his classes, and they, like, when they have to partner up, they, have decided they're going to start partnering, and they kind of feed off of each other, and it's starting to become a problem. So they have been told they need to choose partners wisely, and the wisest choice would not to be to choose each other. So hopefully that issue corrects itself. Grade-wise, he is by far exceeding what I thought was going to happen. I'm not sure if I said in my last video about middle school, but I felt like they had really pushed him through, and he ended up finishing out with basically all D's, just to kind of get him through and get him out of their hair. And then we switched schools. So I was worried he was not functioning at the proper freshman level. We recently had parent-teacher conferences, which was last night actually, and I met with all of his teachers, and they all assured me that actually he is functioning at a freshman level, whether it was behavior or basically it was probably behavior, not caring, not wanting to assist last year. He was just done with that school or the teachers or whatever it was. He was picking up what they were saying. So he is in a pre-algebra class for math, and he is at grade level for that. He is and he's doing well. He's actually getting a B, I believe it is. It's a computer-based class. They don't have textbooks or homework. They kind of work through on this computer class called Alex, I believe is what it's called. And he worked on that a little bit last year towards extra credit towards his math grade, but it really didn't help him. But this year he's really working through and doing well. And he's sticking with the rest of the class. They're all kind of going at the same rate, and he is keeping up with them, so that is fantastic. Biology, the grade kind of ebbs and flows, and we've noticed that when we're in a down, it's because he has probably a folder full of homework that was not turned in. And then once he gets that in, it goes back up. He is learning rather quickly that they are not going to give him an entire, term to get his homework in. If he does hand it in late, it's automatically a half credit. So he is learning that, and he is trying to stay on task and keep things in order. He has learned that if it is an assignment and he happens to have class time, at the end of the day, and he gets that done. He hands it in immediately instead of waiting until, tomorrow to hand it in when it's due. Once he's finished, it goes directly to the teacher. So I'm very proud of him for that. He has been able to voice his concerns, his confusions. He's been able to voice and tell us what he needs for us to help him, and so we are able to do that. And overall, class and school is going well. There's maybe two classes, both after lunch, his last two classes of the day, where he is really struggling with attitude, behavior, attentiveness, staying in his seat, staying focused, all that good stuff, which by the end of the day, I had high school, I didn't really pay much attention, and by the end of the day, you're just like, I want to be out of here. Is it 3 o'clock yet? So the afternoon classes, even though one is gym, which should be the easiest class ever, and his other class is government, those two classes he's kind of really tanking at. Gym is because of behavior and choosing not to change, which is ridiculous if you ask me, but that's his choice, so he's probably going to fail FIED. I can't go and make him change. And the other is government, and she's just noticing he's really having a hard time staying focused. So we're going to try and figure out a way to help him get through this. We're just in the first quarter, almost done with that. And he will have government for 8th hour for the entire first semester. When second semester starts, he will actually have government first hour. So we are trying to find a way to help bridge that time and to help him figure out a way to stay focused and maybe be pulled into a different area of the classroom during certain points to help him kind of stay focused. So we're trying to brainstorm in that and keep him going there. But otherwise, I'm impressed. I am so unbelievably impressed with how my son is doing with school. I hope it continues. I hope that he continues to feel like this school change was great for him. He says he enjoys it. There's a couple of classes that I didn't think he was going to enjoy at all, and he just kind of picked them because he, had to. He needed an elective, and all the teachers are telling me he's participating in class and everything like that. So that is fantastic. I had to look. I thought this thing wasn't recording. I couldn't see the time, but now I see it's almost 9 minutes. So we will wrap this thing up with saying, we are a month into school, 5 weeks in, and I could not be happier. Hopefully our next update is just as great. And don't mind Fred here. Probably the video you see before this will tell you about Fred and my hair, because I don't do anything with it anymore, and there's a reason. Look at it. This is hair growth, guys. This is real life. This is hair growth. Go watch my previous video. It's Monet or Monette. I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but it is a hair care line, and go check that out. Alright guys, I'm done rambling. Hopefully I can edit this into something that is YouTube worthy-ish, and I will get it posted. Bye guys.